Hey guys, what's going on? Danny AR10 here again. I wasn't planning on making a two-part video for this, but after I put up my original video, I heard it back, and there's a couple things that I did miss, and it was just really my general disappointment on the release of the iPad. I started getting some Twitter messages and some quick emails about what I had said. Well, not in my video because it just posted up, but on my Twitter page, what I had put up, and a lot of my friends, emailing me on what I thought. And the general consensus right now on the internet is disappointment, just like myself. And they have good reason to be disappointed. I mean, I have this page up behind me. I was reading some articles on Engadget, just reading through the user comments of what they think, and I like to do that to see if my general opinion is just what I thought, or if that's what the masses think as well. And in this case, the masses think the same well as I do. Most people, let's go scroll down so you guys can see some of the comments that people are saying. And this was after I did my video. I didn't read through this before I put my video up. I wanted to give my impressions first and then go back and see what people were thinking. So I first got a message on Twitter about a comment that I posted about not having widescreen, and the person said, yeah, of course it has widescreen. No, it doesn't. It has a 9.7-inch display, and the article through Engadget, while they were displaying the presentation, the guy said it wasn't. They were saying that it wasn't true 16.9, and it's not. Though that size screen is not a 16.9 widescreen display, it is more like a 4.3 aspect ratio. It's not a 16 by 9. If they make changes to it later on and they make the video, I mean, there's no way to do it. It's all hardware based. It's not a 16.9-inch display. It cannot display 16.9 inch. Look at your laptop. Look at your screen on your laptop. The dimensions of your laptops, like your MacBooks or MacBook Pros, they're meant to do widescreen. Look at your TVs. The dimensions on the iPad, just look at it. It has weird dimensions. It looks weird. It has a huge bezel. Even if you turn it sideways, it's not even like you're making it longer like the iPhone. I have my iPhone here with me. On our left, here it is. This is a 16.9-inch aspect ratio, or widescreen. This is how it should look. When you have it like this, it's just regular. Now look at the iPad. Look at the iPad. When you turn it sideways, it's still not even a true 16.9. It almost looks more squared than a rectangle shape. And that's just one general opinion that person had. He said, yeah, it does have 16.9. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have 16 by 9 widescreen. Another thing, people are doing comparisons to the iPhone, which I did earlier, or excuse me, to netbooks as well. You can get a netbook, a $299 netbook that'll run Windows 7. It has USB connections which the iPad doesn't have. I didn't mention no USB, no FireWire, it doesn't have any connections. It has no expandability to it. So, would you rather spend $299 on a netbook that'll give you? Yeah, it is Windows. I get that, and there's people who are Apple only who won't buy anything Windows, but a netbook for $299, 160 gig hard drive, probably 2 gigs of RAM, 1.6 gig processor versus a 1 gig processor, and iPad, 16, 32, or 64 gigabytes. Let's put it even at the lowest price point. The $499 is still $200 more than a netbook, and you only get a 1 gig processor, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and no USB, no FireWire, no nothing. So, what do you guys think? Am I taking it too hard? I don't think I'm taking it too hard on Apple. I think really they dropped the ball big time on this. It really is just a big iPhone. It's an iPhone without the phone and without the portability of a phone. So, I'm just reading through here, you guys. Feel free to look through what I'm looking through on Engadget.com. They have a lot of people who are really upset. Trying to fight the iPhone versus the iPad, and it is true what people are saying. They're making it look like this is a glorious magical device the way they announced it at the conference, and really it's nothing like that. It's nothing new to it. They didn't make a new OS, so it's not running on a new OS that the iPhone didn't have. It's basically the iPhone OS with new versions of apps. That's really all it is. And I'm sorry this seems like the same type of video I did earlier, but I just felt I was touching on points now that I didn't touch earlier. And feel free to do your own research, guys. I mean, you really look hard into it before you make a decision on buying one. I can see how this would be for somebody who really needs some type of tablet device, But definitely, if you're looking into a tablet device, look into even a Windows 7 tablet, which are still much cheaper than the cheapest iPad. Just look into it, guys. Don't be blinded right now by Apple and what they released. I'm really always a supporter of them, but I really think they dropped the ball on something that, you know, could have been bigger than what it is. So thanks a lot. Leave your comments, rate, and please subscribe as usual. And stick with me, guys. Danny AR10.